अस्सलाम वालेकुम, मेरा नाम है अब्दुल्ला ए आई वाला। मैं रेहान कम्युनिटी टीम में कोर्स कर रहा हूँ। तो आज का हमारा टॉपिक है हाउ टू क्रिएट सम ग्रोथ माइंडसेट एंड चैलेंजेस।
वालेकुम अस्सलाम अब्दुल्ला। ये बहुत ज़बरदस्त सवाल है। मेंटली ग्रोथ माइंडसेट बनाने के लिए आप आहिस्ता-आहिस्ता अपनी सोचों को डेवलप कर सकते हैं। मसलन आप छोटे-छोटे चैलेंजेस खुद से दें, हर दिन का एक मकसद रखें, अपनी कामयाबियों का जायज़ा लें और अपनी गलतियों से सीखें। अगर आप चाहें तो मैं आपको कुछ मखसूस टिप्स या एक्सरसाइज़ेज़ भी बता सकता हूँ।
तो जी, मेरा आपसे आज का पहला क्वेश्चन ये है, व्हाट इज अ ग्रोथ माइंडसेट एंड हाउ इज इट डिफरेंट फ्रॉम अ एक्सिट माइंडसेट?
Exactly. So a growth mind so a gr- growth mindset is so a growth mindset is the Right. So a growth mindset is the idea that you can develop your abilities through effort, learning, and persistence, whereas a fixed mindset is the exactly. With a बिल्कुल सही। एक फिक्स्ड माइंडसेट आप ये मानते हैं कि आपकी सलाहियतें पैदाइशी तौर पर तय हैं और आप उन्हें ज़्यादा तब्दील बिल्कुल। जबकि एक ग्रोथ माइंडसेट में आप ये मानते हैं कि मेहनत और सीखने से आप अपनी सलाहियतों को बेहतर बना सकते हैं।
मेरा आपसे अगला क्वेश्चन है, व्हाट आर कॉमन थिंग्स दैट आई मेक हैव अ फिक्स्ड माइंडसेट?
Yeah, that's a really good point. So, common signs of a fixed mindset would be things like avoiding challenges, giving up easily, feeling threatened by other people's success, or believing that effort is pointless if you don't have a natural talent.
मेरा आपसे अगला क्वेश्चन है, हाउ कैन आई रिफ्रेम माई सेल्फ हेल्प इनटू ग्रोथ ओवर नेट थिंकिंग?
That's a great goal. You can start by reframing challenges as opportunities. Exactly. You can also start focusing on the process rather than just the outcome. Celebrate small wins and remind yourself that effort is what leads to growth.
मेरा आपसे अगला क्वेश्चन है, व्हाट हैबिट्स आर क्रिएटिव लिमिटिंग माई पर्सनल ग्रोथ?
Yeah, exactly. A fixed mindset can keep you from taking risks. Yeah, and it can create this kind of self doubt where you don't even attempt things because you're afraid of failing or looking incompetent. But once you shift that mindset, you open yourself up to so much more growth and possibility.
मेरा आपसे नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, व्हाट डू आई फील अनकंफर्टेबल व्हेन फेसिंग चैलेंजेस?
Yeah, that's totally normal. Growth often happens outside your comfort zone, so feeling uncomfortable is just exactly. Yeah, it's really important to just remind yourself that discomfort exactly. And the more you face those challenges, the more absolutely. Each time you push through that discomfort, you prove to yourself that you can handle more than you thought. And that really builds a growth mindset over time.
मेरा आपसे अगला क्वेश्चन है, हाउ कैन आई ट्रेन माई सेल्फ टू सी चैलेंज ऑफ अस इंस्टेड ऑफ थर्ड्स?
That's a great one way is to reframe the challenge as a chance to learn something new rather than a threat to your ability. So you focus on what you can gain, not what you might lose.
मेरा आपसे अगला क्वेश्चन है, हाउ डू सक्सेसफुल पीपल डील विद पेस्टफुल एंड सेटबैक?
That's a real Ye- so जी बिल्कुल
मेरा आपसे अगला क्वेश्चन है,
बिल्कुल
हाउ डू सक्सेसफुल पीपल डील विद फेलियर एंड फीडबैक?
Yeah, that's a big one. तो आप Exactly. You can break the process down, set mini goals, and after each step, reflect on what went well or what didn't, so you stay adaptable and motivated.
मेरा आपसे अगला क्वेश्चन है, हाउ कैन आई लर्न फ्रॉम माय फेलियर्स?
That's a really important skill. You can start by looking at each failure as a lesson, asking yourself what specifically didn't work, and then adjusting your approach next time.
मेरा आपसे अगला क्वेश्चन है, व्हाट स्टेप कैन आई टेल आफ्टर मेकिंग अ मिस्टेक टू इम्प्रूव नेक्स्ट टाइम?
Yeah, that's a great follow. One way is to track your actions and results so you can see what worked or didn't. Then you can reflect and identify patterns so next time you make a more informed choice.
मेरा आपसे अगला क्वेश्चन है, हाउ डू आई कीप लर्न fearing and cooler and start using it is feedback?
Yeah, that's really about reframing your perspective. Remind yourself that every setback is just a step in the process. And by staying consistent, you'll keep making progress over time.
मेरा आपसे अगला क्वेश्चन है, हाउ कैन आई स्टार्ट मोटिवेट व्हेन प्रोग्रेस फील्स स्लो?
That's a great idea. You can try setting really small, achievable goals at first, just to build momentum, and keep reminding yourself why you started so you can stay connected to your bigger purpose.
मेरा आपसे अगला क्वेश्चन है, व्हाट डेली हैबिट्स हेल्प डेवलप अ ग्रोथ माइंडसेट?
Yeah, absolutely. Daily habits are really powerful. You could do things like journaling about your progress, practicing gratitude, or even setting a small growth goal every day to build that mindset step by step.
मेरा आपसे अगला क्वेश्चन है, हाउ डू आई स्टे even when I don't feel motivated?
Yeah, that's really tough, but a good trick is to build a routine. So even on low motivation days, you and over time, those small actions add up, even when you don't feel that spark of motivation. So consistency is really key.
मेरा आपसे अगला क्वेश्चन है, हाउ कैन आई सेट बट चैलेंजिंग गोल?
Yeah, that's a great question. So one approach is to break the challenge down. Exactly. When you take a big challenge and divide it into bite-sized pieces, it feels more manageable, and you build confidence with each step.
मेरा आपसे अगला क्वेश्चन है, व्हाट कैन हेल्प मी ट्रैक माय पर्सनल ग्रोथ?
Yeah, that's a fantastic goal. You can do this by setting specific, measurable goals, tracking your progress regularly, and staying open to learning from every step you take.
मेरा आपसे अगला क्वेश्चन है, हाउ कैन आई सेलिब्रेट स्मॉल विन विदाउट लॉस स्ट्रेस?
Yeah, that's a tough balance, but you can do it by shifting your focus from the outcome to the process. Celebrate your effort, keep your routine, and remind yourself that even if you don't see immediate results, you're still making progress.
मेरा आपसे अगला क्वेश्चन है, हाउ डू द पीपल अराउंड मी affect my mindset?
Yeah, the people around you have a big impact. If you're surrounded by supportive, growth oriented people, they really help you stay motivated and open to challenges.
Well, second last question है, how can I create positive and growth focused environment?
Yeah, exactly. You can create a positive, growth focused environment by setting clear intentions, keeping a routine, surrounding yourself with. Yeah, and also make sure to minimize distractions and celebrate progress so it stays a space where you feel inspired and driven.
मेरा last question है, what role does feedback play in developing a growth mindset?
Yeah, that's a really when things get tough, whereas a growth mindset pushes you to keep evolving, even through setbacks.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. If anything else pops up or you want to dive deeper, just let me know.